Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Jen. Today we are going to set up my daily grind planner for the month of October. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. But if you are new here, my name is Jen. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm a planner lover, and I am newly in love with the Daily Grind Planner. I started using the Daily Grind at the beginning of July. I used it so consistently all through July, beginning of August, and then I had some health hiccups. I had a little surgery, which went fine, but I did get quite a bit run down just from the surgery itself, and then life, I just really didn't rest adequately, and I ended up with the shingles, which I would not recommend. It was no fun, but I'm doing better now, and I'm back in my daily grind and creeping back to regular life. And I want to set up my planner for October, so I'm so glad you're here to do it with me. This is my current one, and I forget what they call this color. I think they call this one champagne. These are their older style Luxe covers. They're so beautiful. I really do want the other two colors because it also comes in pink and like a seafoam green. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what it reminds me of. I've loved this so much. So they'd had a big sale and I bought this black one. And so I want to use it for, October, getting into the spooky vibes. I do have beautiful Halloween dividers coming, but they have not arrived yet. Even so, I want to get going with setting up the planner. We'll add the dividers at the end. So this cover comes with these beautiful, like a matte black disc, which would be very cool for the Halloween-y vibes. But I also have these gold discs. I'm really a gold disc girl, and I'm really kind of leaning towards that. I love black and gold together. It's so pretty, and we have the Daily Grind written here on the cover in gold. So I think I'm going to go with the gold. I wish I did have the dividers because that would probably help me decide, but I have to go ahead and put discs on or I can't build the planner, and I think I want to do gold. That's what I think I want to do. So let's go ahead and do that. This cover is so cool. So I'm going to unsnap it, and it has a pen loop under here, which I love. Yeah. And they're quilted, they're soft, but these are hard, which I really like. All right, so let's go ahead. Now I am no stranger to disc bound planning. If you don't know, I've been a disc-bound planner for a long time. I use a half-letter planner for my main planner, my day-to-day life, but this has been great. And I have to be honest in saying, I was intrigued by the Daily Grind for quite a while, but I wasn't sure if the size was going to work for me. Honestly, it was a big deterrent. I used some classic size discs, some classic size planners, and that's 9 discs. These are 10. And even that, it's good for some things, not for others. But for some reason, this planner does not feel overly big to me. It's been fine. I don't bring it to work with me or anything like that. And they do have a travel planner. I've not tried that. I was very tempted because they have beautiful ones that just came out. But what their travel planner is it's still 10 discs, and it's just half the planner, which is cool. But yeah, I haven't gone there. I haven't tried that yet. For me, a travel planner would be a mini size, something like that. But it's still I'm sure I'll try it down the line. Anyway, point being, I'm loving this system, and I'll show you the system when we get there. All right, let's take a little look. Ooh, pretty. Look at that. So let's start building the planner. So first up, I had made a cover page to go into my current planner. I'll show it to you. I do have a little Instagram reel / YouTube short showing me making this, and I love it, but it's very spring summer. And I haven't had time to make, here's my current planner, by the way. It's so pretty. I love it so much. But I haven't had time. But there is a page in the fall seasonal insert that I purchased that I think I'd like to use as a cover page. So this is their fall insert. And here, I'm going to move this aside for a minute. Now, of course, September already went by, but there's this October page I'll be adding in with the back is where you can write your October goals. And this calendar I'm going to use later on in the planner, and I'll explain that at that point. But there's all kinds of stuff, Halloween movies and books and really cool stuff. But at the end, pardon me, where did I just see that? Here it is. There's this one that says, believe in the magic of the fall season. And I think I'm just going to put that one up front. So let's pop that on the discs. All right, and then the first section is going to be the 4-month overview, because if you're not familiar, the Daily Grind uses a 4-month system, and it's daily planning for your goals, and you get 4-month chunks when you buy their insert. So I have some of that in here. And what I'd been doing, because I didn't have dividers in this planner, I just have these tabs on their dot grid paper. So I think I'm going to add these in just for now until I get my dividers, just to help me keep it organized as I set it up. So that will be that. And let's see. So here's the cover page that comes with the inserts that just kind of like explains to you how to use the system. And since in a lot of ways I'm still new to the system itself, I think I'll keep that in here. I think I can show all this to you. So I'd actually done this on separate paper, and I still do want to fill out this page. I just haven't gotten around to it. But you kind of rank where you're at with each of these areas of your life and think on what you want to work on. But I've actually been working on some very specific things. Here's where you kind of talk about what you want to happen in the next 4 months and how you're going to reward yourself. There's a new roadmap because these are the new version of the inserts. I have not done that yet. Not exactly sure how I want to use this area yet. But you have all the 12 months. And this is an undated planner, by the way. And then you have your 4-month productivity. Now, I had kind of made, I had made a little bit of an outline on my 4-month vision I wrote here. And I did it in my half letter because one day that was the planner I had with me. So I'm just going to keep this in here for now. And that is that. So then it would be the next divider. And the Daily Grind paper is so nice, you guys. It's really thick. I forgot what GSM it is, but it's very high quality paper. I have to say that everything I've purchased from them so far really has been great quality. All right, we're going to start loading October into here. I already started working in October in my other planner, waiting to set this one up. please excuse my voice, you guys. For some reason, my voice keeps kind of coming and going. So you do get this month ahead page now in the inserts. I can take this off of here. And it's kind of like for brain dumping. And I actually did do a bit of my brain dumping on lined paper. So you can see here's your month ahead, and I did work on this a bit. I need to write the actual goals in there. That's because I printed them. Amy Plans Things has this awesome template for printing your top 10 because that's what you use day to day. And I just printed that, and it's been so helpful. And here's all my October goals. I kind of just brain dumped out into an outline, and then we'll start adding in. Here is my October monthly calendar, and I kind of started filling it in. I don't have everything filled in yet. I used some leftover stickers from Kell of a Plan and Live Love Posh for the little bit of decor. Just kind of kept it simple. It's not a huge calendar, so you have to kind of do very minimal decoration if you're going to decorate it. And then, yeah, my weekly spread, I never did fill out for this week. But like I said, I'm kind of creeping back into using it. But let me move this out of the way now. This is what it looks like, though. So you have this week, and then you have Monday through Sunday, and you have a big dot grid area, and then you have your priorities and goals, because they do ask you in your daily, like, what are your top 3 each day? So you could map it out throughout the week. I've also seen people use it in a variety of ways. I don't use it for like my day-to-day planning, but I try to use it just to help me get a sense for what action steps, like if it's a goal that it's not like a daily habit, but like specific steps I'm taking, it's helpful to try to map those out. I also have been using this thoughts for the week page to list out all those action steps I'm trying to fit into the week, and that's been helpful. And then you have this week ahead area. You start the week with one thing I can prep, improve, declutter. How can I win the week? What can I do to set up for success? Little prompts like that. And then you get into your dailies. So I've been using these page flags, but I'm going to take them out and replace them with bookmarks. I'll do that in a second. But this is kind of what it looks like. So you list your top 10 goals. So here I used the stickers. And then what are you going to do to work on that goal? These crossouts are because I was trying to work in here without my glasses on, and I actually misread the categories. So I just kept going. I didn't have whiteout with me. I was on the fly. But yeah, so here we are. And then today is Saturday, so I actually didn't fill it out yet. And then at the end of the week, you have a recap of your week, which is really great. The past week, top 10 goals, the ones you worked on the most, the ones you worked on the least, thoughts and ideas, 3 great things that happened, your biggest wins, your biggest lessons, grateful for, and then ranking, growth and progress, habits and consistency, so on and so forth. I've never been very good about doing my reflections, and I have to say that while I'm not doing anything perfectly, and I'm not trying to, recovering perfectionist, I really have done it a lot more since starting this system than I ever have. And you also have an end of the month reflection too when you get there. So I'm going to pop off and just add in the rest of the month, and then we will keep on going. So here's the past month. And then you list the goals from the month because you keep them the same. You don't have to. You could change them if you need to mid-month, but the general idea is that you're keeping them the same. And then you're ranking how you did with them. Was the goal achieved? Yes, almost, or no. The goals accomplished, unaccomplished, goals for next month. and some things around habits, wins and losses, and things like that. So I really do like this system a lot, a lot. And I really feel like it's really been helping me. If you have been around for a while, then you know that last month I changed the name of the channel from Gold Nutrition to Golden Grounded. I changed my Instagram, and I worked with a business coach, and I'm doing a lot of really good things despite my struggles. And I really attribute this planner to really helping me with a lot of that. So it's so great. Really all my planners, but this one's really been a great help to me. All right. So I'm going to throw another pretend divider again, but once I get the dividers, I'm going to keep these dot grid pages in here. I really like this dot grid paper, and I also really, really like their graph paper because their lined paper was sold out for a while, and I bought the graph paper instead, and I really love it. I still would like to get some of the lined paper down the line, but that's okay. I actually had set up the rest of this planner. I filmed it. We talked through it, but I slept on it and I changed my mind because I couldn't fit everything that I wanted to. And then the way I'd split it up, it wasn't making a lot of sense to me because originally I wanted to put the content machine inserts in and the fall seasonal inserts that I started to show you earlier, but it all didn't fit. So what I decided to do instead, I put the content machine inserts in here because it's going to take me a little while to read through them, start to work in them. And as I mentioned, I already have an active content planner, so it's not like it's pressing that I have them immediately set up. And probably at first, I'm just going to like really read through them. I think that's going to be my first step with them. They're very comprehensive. They're a great deal, honestly. So if you want to see a detailed flip through of those, let me know. But for now, I do still have some paper up front here, but I added them into here. So I'm going to keep them in this notebook for now because I don't have a ton of note paper, and that's all that's going to go in here. And any of the seasonal insert I don't use. But the thing is I want most of it in here. I love the insert. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to flip through the seasonal insert, what I already put in here, and then we'll add in the rest. And then the final tab is going to be notes, and it's just going to be blank note paper. I think that suits my day-to-day needs a little better. So again, for now, I just have this dot grid with a sticky note tab as a stand-in divider. I can't wait to get those dividers, you guys. They are so beautiful. And this starts the autumn insert. And this section is going to be kind of dedicated to self-care because frankly, the majority of this autumn insert really falls in line with either self-care or the things that I'm thinking of as self-care right now. So you have a welcome page and then just an explanation of all the things that are in here. And then you get a little cover page for each section. So you have fall aesthetic and vibes. And then you have this really fun quiz, which I can't wait to do. This is going to be one of my self-care items, just to do something a little fun, because I made self-care one of my explicit goals this month. And yeah, and so when you complete the quiz, then you get assigned a little autumn aesthetic category, and they pull into this throughout the planner. So I think that's really awesome. And frankly, I'm sure you can fall into more than one category. So I'm really excited to take this quiz. I think it's going to be super fun. And so that goes all through that. And then you have calendars, trackers, and bookmarks. So This talks about your autumn goals. I added this grid paper because I'm going to use, I also added bookmarks. I don't think I showed that to you, what I'd previously recorded. I think I added these after. So these bookmarks, they came out with recently. There's 4 themes and you get 2. You get one that's a solid color like this, and you get one that's like a frosted ruler. So let me just backtrack and show you the others very quickly. So I put, yes, this is the first one. So I put this clearish ruler one to mark off my monthly so I can turn easily to there. Then I put this where the wishes went one to mark off my weekly, and I'm going to set up my weekly today because today is Sunday, and that's when I try to get my week prepped. And then I put this clear or frosted ruler to mark my daily, and they are beautiful, aren't they? And then this last one, as you just saw, which goes with that, is to mark off this October calendar. I don't know if, I think I showed you guys already, but before this, there was, where did I stick it? There was this, but I put it up here because I think it looks really pretty. And also there's an area to write out your October goals. I may, because I already wrote them out here, just keep them on here. It really depends on how time goes. This is kind of how, because a lot of my goals right now are not necessarily building daily habits, though some of them are, the health ones are, but a lot of them have like specific steps that need to get done to get them completed. And then I'm just trying to push the steps into wherever they fit in my week. So this kind of outline kind of way of listing out my goals works best for me in this moment. But this calendar I'm going to use for self-care. I haven't fully decided exactly how. Maybe kind of using it like a habit tracker. I may do it with symbols. I'm not 100% sure, but I will be sure to share with you guys. Okay, and then you have your October intentions. This October, choose magic, choose magic, louder, bolder, unapologetically you. I love that. I could, if I wanted, make the self-care kind of bucket list thing on this page, but I may use it in other ways. I may use it for more like a kind of like positive affirmations kind of thing. And then the bucket list over here. That's probably what I'm going to do. And then we have fall habit ideas, and these are again based on the result of your quiz. However, I'm sure you could pick and pull from any of them, and they all have great ideas. Just a few examples. Drink a warm morning elixir like lemon water, herbal tea, spend 10 minutes in nature, daily gratitude, 25 minutes of deep focus work, 10,000 steps, 5 minutes of breath work, hydration habit, 3+ water refills per day. So yeah, very cool. And this, I'm sure, will give you great ideas to add into the habit tracker. Now, I have to be honest, I may have put this in the wrong spot compared to like the way the inserts come, because I had pulled this apart a little before. But before I get to that, you have fall into alignment, affirm it, say it like you mean it, choose one or write your own seasonal affirmation, reset it, simple fall joys to sprinkle in, and savor it, your seasonal reset plan, 3 small shifts I want to make this fall. And then you have this Halloween habit tracker. There's also this beautiful autumn habit tracker, but number one, I'm not very good with habit trackers. Traditionally, I don't know, something about them ends up rubbing me the wrong way, and I don't like doing it. But what I think I want to do is give it a whirl. And since it's a month worth, I thought I'll keep this one for October and the other one for November. They only give you September and October in here. Maybe November is part of a winter insert because, again, this is my first time really digging into the daily grind. But since I didn't use it for September, I'll use it for November. To me, November is full on fall. Especially here in New England, although it does start to get cold. So we're going to give it a whirl. I'm going to treat this like a frequency tracker is a term I've used or heard, and I think what I'm going to do is use 2 colors, and a color for when I do it and a color for when I don't, to help me build the consistency with it. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on how all that goes. And I'm going to color this in, I think. Yeah, I bought the Daily Grind markers and I'm so excited to use them. I bought this insert and the Daily Grind markers with a little money I got for my birthday. And so that was a very fun birthday present to me. And I love these inserts. I really almost passed on them and I'm so glad I didn't. So this goes on both sides. I don't know how many habits I'll do, but that's okay. I might just do one side. We'll see. And then you get all of these fun coloring pages, which you can trim them to make them into a bookmark, or you could probably put something here and like keep track of a list. I'm sure you could use it in a variety of ways. They are one-sided, but they have this like beautiful like crinkle papered look here. So these have a lot of possibilities. I don't know, like I don't have a ton of time for coloring, so I don't know like how many I'll do at a time, but they're so pretty. This one's really pretty with the potion bottles. I love this one. I think I'm going to save this one for next month. This one's really pretty too. Kind of gives me Harry Potter vibes. We have our fun trick or treat. This is cute too, with the rose and the spider web and the potion bottles and the candle. And then we have our little spooky ghosts who are adorable. So yeah, so super, super fun. Then we get to the season of stories, soundtracks, and big screens. And I think this is where I'm going to need to add some things back in. So we have our autumn reading list, which I don't know if I'll get to these books or not in the autumn, but I have been trying to read more, and I am finishing up the book I'm reading right now, which is not really so much for fun. It's The New Menopause by Mary Claire Haver. It's both out of personal and professional interest, but I do want to read something for fun this month. Even if I'm reading something else at the same time, I want to read something for fun. And then you have this cute autumn library card with like a place to list books you'd like to read, your top autumn books, rate your top faves or new discoveries of the season. So that's really cool. I've never really done this style of reading tracking. I think they're so cute. I love this page. I think it's so pretty. Autumn reading list. Use the book spines to track all your fave fall reads. And then I think this is where we can add in the rest of it. Well, we're going to go for it. And if something doesn't make sense, we'll kind of move it around. Because now we move into fall must watch list. And it's also like, oh yeah, are the books as well? It's based also on your cottage. Your cottage. Because that went along with like the pre-fall where they called them cottages. But, oh, I see. No, they're not all cottages. Enchanted Time Cottage, Dragonfly Dreams Den. So they do go in line with their fall release. I bought the Enchanted Time Cottage cover, and that's what I'm going to use in November. So, yeah, so really fun. I didn't realize Practical Magic was a book. That would be fun to read. Because I did watch it recently when I was sick. Yeah, so very cool. And you have top fall movies and shows to rate those. We have Halloween movie list. Oh, Gremlins. I love Gremlins. Stranger Things. I'm looking forward to the next season coming out. And then you can rate your Halloween flicks. We have autumn playlists. And she makes playlists and they're on Spotify. So I'll have to go check out some of these. Oh, Carole King. That's cute. Halloween playlists, continued, Halloween book list, and top Halloween books, Halloween reading list. I feel like this goes maybe in the other area. The other book things. It might not, but I'm going to put it there because it makes sense to me to have all the book stuff together. Okay, and then you have cocktails and DIY dreams. And you celebrate the season. So Halloween cocktails. It's really fun, and I think you could easily make these non-alcoholic if you prefer. I'm not a big drinker, but I do drink on occasion. A lot of times just wine. I'm a lightweight, but it would be fun to make one of these. I do not have plans to host a Halloween party this year, but I would love to. Fall must-dos and DIYs. Oh, fun. Oh, some of these would be so fun to do. Create a potion bar with labeled apothecary jars, dried herbs, salts, crystals. Create your own pumpkin spice mix. Fun. Then you have a Halloween DIY. Carve pumpkins with vintage style faces. DIY black taper candles or dripping blood candles. DIY ghost garlands. Cute. And then the October series. So right now in the Facebook group, she's doing her 31-day series, which I watched so many of the past ones on YouTube when I was getting familiar with the system. And I think Angie is very inspiring. Her enthusiasm is contagious, and she's very real, not trying to make you feel like you have to do everything perfectly, which I so appreciate. So I am a little behind. It already started, but you can catch up easily if you join the Facebook group. I watched day 1. I watched part of day 2. So I want to catch up so I can start watching them in real time as I can. They're live, but they're saved in the Facebook group, and they're not overly long, each one. So even though I set up October already and I have a good idea of what I want to do for the rest of the year, I still think this series is really helpful, and I'm excited to have these to be able to work in there. And since I'm out of bookmarks, I think for now I'm just going to add these little page flags I got from Jean's Agenda, which was what I was using before. So I think I'll just kind of do it right here. And then it'll stick up enough that I can find it. I think I'll just put it down just a little. There, that's good. And then that brings us to my last cute little divider, my pretend divider. And we're going to add in this graph paper that I absolutely love. And I think I might have a little more paper. Let me see. I do. So a little more graph paper, and I have some dot grid. Now, what I do want to do, which I haven't done yet, is make a vision board on a couple pages of this dot grid and put it up in the front. That I definitely will do on camera. So, if you're not subscribed, maybe hit that subscribe button so you get notified when it comes out. That button is down below the video. It's free. We have a good time around here. I'd love it if you'd stay. All right, and I don't have any lined paper at the moment. Sometimes I've been using some Happy Planner lined paper. It's a little smaller. That's what I had written my goals on before. But the other thing that I got, I did buy one of these. I actually bought 2 of these beautiful folios, and they have a notepad inside, and it is the same size as the Daily Grind paper. So if I wanted, I could punch a few of these. I have a lavender punch and add them in. So I haven't decided if I want to do that, but I could if I want to. I may just down the line invest in some of the pre-punched lined paper as well. And then the last thing I want to add in is a pocket, because they do their new deluxe covers have a pocket, and some of their folders have pockets, but the dividers I bought, the dividers I bought don't. So this is a page protector pocket from Happy Planner, and it fits. It's a little shorter, but who cares? And what I have in here is, these are from Amy Plans Things, which I cut it apart, but she has a template where you can print your top 10 goals so you don't have to write them every time. And even though I find value in writing them over and over, this has made it a lot easier to stay consistent. So I will be setting up this week later today, and I'll be using these. So it lists my top 10 goals. And then I also have some monthly stickers from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop to use as I need. And these are appointments, like one of the freebies from Planner Kate. And I actually really love these. I want to buy more of these. But in the daily section, let me just show you quickly. You have this today's game plan area, which the older version of the insert had times. So if I want them, I can add them. I can write them in. Sometimes I don't use that because I do use another planner as well. So I just put these in here to use them as I need them. And then I was also keeping these page flags in here because sometimes I use them like I showed you. So that is the planner. I should be receiving my dividers tomorrow. So I will pop back to show you the dividers and put them in. But otherwise, I would say this planner is complete. It is full, but not over full. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh, you guys, it feels great. All right, guys, my dividers came and they are so pretty. So let me show them to you quickly and then we're going to pop them in. Okay, so these dividers are so pretty. You get 4. So here's the front, and the back has silver foiling. And this one says, "There's no turning back now, so go forward with guts." Love that. And then here's the front of this one, and it says 999 problems, but quitting isn't one. Love that. This one's really pretty. I love this one. It says, "A chilling challenge is still a chance to grow." And then this is my favorite one. This is so beautiful. And it says, "Ghouls just want to get things done." Love it. So I think it might be easier if I label them first. And they do come with labels. They come with 2 sheets of labels. Now, I know a lot of their stuff comes with white labels. And I kind of wish these did, since the tabs are a bit darker, but it came with black, but that is fine. So the first one, I think I'm going to label with Vision, because we're just making it work with what's available. I don't have my tweezers close by, but I think I can do it. Oops, that's crooked. Do I have my tweezers? Oh, here they are. And these are like I don't know what the material is, like a vinyl or something. So I think very easy to remove these if I want to reuse them and change the label. And very sturdy. These are not going to rip. Yeah, so you can see it's a little tricky seeing that dark on dark, but it'll be all right. So there's that one. Then this one I'm going to label this month. So they're a bit easier to see that one on there. It is a cute, like, Halloween font. Then this one I'm going to label Magic, I think, because it's the autumn inserts and I don't have a label exactly for that. If there'd been one that said self-care, that's really what I was wanting to put there, but that's okay. So I think instead I'll do Magic because that's cute. And self-care is magic, right? And then the last one will be notes. And I like these labels. They're really high quality. That's what I have to say. Like, I think I might have said this already, but I really feel like they really care about quality and they give you quality things. Okay, so let's pop them in. How exciting. And all my little tabbed papers. For now, I'm just going to save the tabs and I'm going to put all of these back in my notes area. Those sticky notes are from cloth and paper. So I popped them out of order by accident. Here we go. Oh, so pretty. I'm so excited to finally have dividers. I mean, I've made do with the tabs. What is sticking out at the bottom here? Oh, this paper. Yeah, that's okay. That's not going to stay forever. Okay. So then, do the same thing with this one. And I'll pop them all together at the end. And now we're going to add this month. Yeah, these are beautiful. Really glad I grabbed these. I do wish I had gotten the cover. I think the cover that went with them was really pretty too, but I really do love this Luxe cover, so I'm happy with the combo. They had some really nice Halloween themed Luxe covers as well, but watching the budget. All right. And here we go with our magic. Oh, so pretty. And lastly, we've got notes. Oh man, I do love this one. It is so beautiful. Love that. And let's close up the planner. That's what it looks like with the tabs in there. Oops. Oh my gosh, you guys, it feels great to have my planner set up and good to go. Later today, I'm going to sit down and set up my week and get my daily pages prepped so that I can really run with this planner this week. This is a very special planner, if you ask me. Even though it can ask something of you to come to the planner every day, it also really helps you build daily momentum. And I found that even in the times when I wasn't coming to the planner because I was so overwhelmed and there was too much going on, the momentum of the habits, of the mindset, of the checking in, that's what stayed with me. And that's what I really appreciate about the planner. And then when I'm in the planner, it's just all the more effective. So I'm a believer. I am in love with this planner. It's going nowhere. It is staying in my system. And it goes great with my half liter. So they're really working together really well. One of my goals for hopefully October, if not November, is to go live on YouTube. That's something I've been wanting to do. And maybe not the first time, I'm not sure, but at some point I want to do a weekly reset live with you guys because I think that would be so fun. So comment below if you like that. Let me know what else you'd like me to share of my daily grind planner. I will link for you the video where I give you a detailed look at their old version inserts versus their new version inserts, where I really dig deep into the system, in case you'd like more information on that. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye.